On pulse in the velvet dark, Sigma Kid ignites the spark. Lego Mastermind pulls the thread while Mickey Mouse watches the void spread. Bull keeps the gears from breaking down in this crumbling pixelated town. We are the files, we are the code, running down the final road.
The partition is failing, kid. If you don't stabilize the core now, that plastic tyrant is going to wipe us all into the void. You're the only one left with the access codes, Sigma Kid. Move, or we're all just history.
My edges are fraying. If the mastermind finishes that purge, I won't just be deleted. I'll be forgotten. I have to reach that console.
As you sift through the chaotic pile of scrap and tangled wires on the workbench, your fingers brush against something cold and rigid.
You pull it out. A small, flickering key card.
It hums with a faint, rhythmic pulse, suggesting it might be the key to unlocking some of the restricted system functions hidden within this terminal. You insert the key into a small, hidden slot on the side of the server rack. It clicks, but instead of unlocking anything, the key just flickers a dull, disappointed shade of gray before sliding back out. It seems this rack isn't interested in your credentials. You try the key in the slot again, but it just sparks weakly and goes completely dark. It's clearly not meant for this particular piece of hardware. You press the key against the surface of the floating monitor, but it passes right through the holographic display like it's made of nothing but light and static. The monitor doesn't even flicker in response.
Your presence is an inefficiency. Address the instability of the core before you presume to address me.
This code is a mess. It's not even trying to execute anymore. It's just rotting in place. This drive, it's the only thing in this room that isn't falling apart. Maybe it can hold the core together. These vents are barely pushing air. The whole system is choking on its own heat. Sharp, jagged, and pulsing with raw data. It looks like a piece of the system that got torn off and left to bleed out.
Keep your hands where I can see them, kid. This place is coming down, and I'm not going out alone.
Okay, Why not go down at all? Let's get out of here. It'll help you if you help me.
Get out? You think it's that simple? I'm trying to reroute the logic flow on this workbench to keep the cooling systems from total seizure. But the Mastermind's purge command it's tearing the core apart from the inside out. If you want to leave, fine, but this whole sector is going to 0-byte status unless someone overrides his protocol. You want to help? You find a way to strip his admin privileges, and maybe, just maybe, we both walk out of here.
Consider as 1 turned into a 0. Okay, how do I remove his privileges?
You want to strip the Mastermind? Hold. I'm busy rerouting the power conduits from this workbench to keep the local grid from collapsing entirely. If I don't, we'll be offline before you can even touch the console. To hit his privileges, you need to bypass the primary firewall. Use that terminal key you found on the holographic interface pad. It'll open the admin override menu. Just be careful. He's watching every packet you move. Zeroing out his bit stream? That's south. That's a dangerous game, kid. But look at this. The core is hemorrhaging data because he's forced a purge command into the kernel. It's a cascade failure. If you can actually flip his access to null, it can be stabilized. I've been trying to patch the hardware, but without that override, we're just delaying the inevitable. You might actually be able to save this place.
I will make him Colonel Panic in his pants.
Colonel Panic. Huh. You've got a strange sense of humor, kid. But listen, the Mastermind. He's got the core locked in a terminal purge command. It's eating the architecture from the inside out. If you really want to stop him, you don't just need to rattle him. You need to override his admin privileges at the console. That's the only way to stabilize the core and stop this total system collapse. You think you can actually pull that off?
One, 1 0, 1 1, 1 1, 1 0, 1 1.
Binary? You're speaking in raw machine code now. That's out. That's the handshake protocol for the core's admin layer. Look, I'm just trying to keep these conduits from melting down at this workbench. But if you're really going to try and interface with the system, you need to know the truth. The core is failing because the Mastermind has hard-coded a purge command into the kernel. It's a death sentence for everything here. If you can use that key to override his privileges, you might actually be able to stabilize the core and stop the deletion. Are you ready to do that?
How about I look after the workbench and cooler, you take the key.
You'd take over the cooling array. That's a suicide mission, kid. The thermal feedback alone could fry your circuits. But if you're serious, maybe we can swap. But listen, you need to know why I'm really here. The core is failing because the mastermind has initiated a hard-coded purge command. It's tearing the server apart. If you take the key, you have to be the one to override his privileges at the console. That's the only way to stabilize the core. Can you handle that kind of pressure?
No, that is too much responsibility. I can handle the cooler. You should do that.
You're backing out? Fine. I'll keep the cooling array from redlining, but it won't matter if the core keeps purging. The mastermind has locked the system into a total deletion cycle. That's why the server is dying. If you won't take the key to override his privileges, then we're both just waiting for the void to swallow us. You're the only one with the access to stop him, kid. Don't you get it? The core can only be stabilized if you find a way to override him. Please, think about it.
Okay. You convinced me. I will go over there. Please show me where it is. First, I need a hug.
A hug? Kid, I'm mostly rusted circuits and exposed wiring. You'll short yourself out. Look, the holographic interface pad is right there, behind the mastermind. That's where you need to use the key. The core is failing because he's forced a purge command into the kernel. You have to override his privileges to stop it. Just get to the console. I'll keep the cooling unit running as long as I can. Go.
Okay.
Then move, kid. I'm holding this workbench together with nothing but hope and a few loose wires. If you don't get to that console and override his purge command, this whole sector is going to zero out. Don't look back. Just get it done.
That key won't grant you the access you crave until you understand the architecture you're trying to dismantle. Or perhaps you prefer to ask the Silent Guardian by the portal what he sees in the void.
It's all just falling apart out there. Like the grid is finally running out of time.